7 50-foot catamarans. These things are huge. They've got 4 staterooms. We've got a captain. We've got a cook on board for each one. And somewhere between 5 and 7 franchisees and home office intermixed among them. And we're just sailing around the British Virgin Islands, having fun, getting to know each other. It's a really amazing time. We've got 50-something people here together. It's our biggest adventure trip ever, and there's some newbies that have never been on the adventure trip, and I think we have somebody that hasn't even opened up a MaidPro office yet. And then we have other people that have been on each one of our adventure trips, so it's super exciting to have everybody together.
MaidPro Cares has been moving around the different orphanages over the years, and this one was a quick landscaping project, and many hands make light work, so all of us were jumping on board, pulling weeds and planting some flowers and painting some benches and just neatening up the entrance of the orphanage.
We did a lot of work on the outside, refurbishing the benches that they had and tables and things. And we also gave the kids some gifts and things that they requested.
Life has been pretty darn good to me. I always try and give back. So there wasn't a second's hesitation when I saw the invites to the orphanage. I just immediately signed on.
On these adventure trips to really connect with our franchisees and have the people in the home office really come together in ways you can't do in the regular course of business. My son is having an amazing time. Richard's daughter's with us. Chris Chapman brought his daughter. I mean, it's been such an amazing thing to have our kids here because, you know, we tell them all about MaidPro and the people that are part of it, and he got to experience how fantastic it was, and it was the best thing ever to have him with.
Yeah, so we're out here really to have fun, but when we're all together and we're just talking over the table, business stuff happens, and that's how we get some really great ideas and kind of things to take back to the office.
Kevin and Sophia Sue, we're currently located in Colorado Springs, Colorado. I don't think you could put into words how amazing this trip is. I mean, it's truly amazing. Sophia and I have never done anything like this, probably would have never done anything like this, so we're just taking in every moment of it.
Yes, it's like a big family, and that's one thing that we were looking for after retiring from the military. Over 20 years of being in one family and having that support and that camaraderie. We were looking for that type of environment, and we found it.
Yes. It's great, especially in this opportunity that we have now. I mean, we're a younger office. We were able to lean on a lot of the offices that have been in business a lot longer than we have. They gave us some fantastic pointers on the trip. We were able to share experiences, and then also know that the challenges that we face are challenges everyone else has faced, and they give us the insights to help us overcome that. So everybody we met is fantastic, and we just love MaidPro.
One of the most interesting places we went to is this place called the Baths, where there's like these huge boulders and they're all laying up next to each other, and you kind of crawl in between, and there's water, and and you're just exploring for a half an hour and you end up coming out to the ocean, a beautiful beach. It was just the most incredible place to be. Some of the parts of the trip we were able to get off the boat and have dinner set up at a couple of the restaurants, and that was really a great time to get everybody together, get off the boat, take a shower, feel a little more sophisticated in the middle of this sort of crazy trip. So those were really good times.
Everybody adapts to whatever the situation is. And so if you like to laugh, you like to have a good time, you like to enjoy yourself, then you need to be on this trip next time. You just scared the hell out of me.
It's not just all about business, right? We're people, we're family. And you get to have downtime and actually talk about your kids and what it's like to live in a certain part of the country. And not just, you know, the ABCs of, oh, what's your metrics? How are you doing? Oh, how do you handle this employee issue? Well, there's definitely part of that, and that's part of the networking, franchise community. I think the real beauty of it is that people just get to be themselves and experience the other people that are in a similar boat as them, if you will, no pun intended, but in a whole different way, as family members that we all are.
Talked about the future, which I think when you're in the midst of everything, this allows you to step back. This is really a nice way to step back and look at where we're going to be 5-10 years from now. So for me, that was enjoyable, and having everyone take great care of my daughter was special, and having Samantha see the people that I work with was really endearing. It was a dear thing.
So we sailed for 5 or 6 days from island to island. We went from Tortola to Norman Island to Cooper Island, and we visited SABA Rock where we fed the fish. It was an amazing place where they feed these huge tarpon, and that was an incredible place to be. So one of the craziest things that happened on this trip was some of the guys in MaidPro basically saved a girl, and her name's Kamilla.
My name is Kamilla. I am a banker from London that had this crazy idea to go on a 4-month-long trip around Caribbean. My first impression was great, but it didn't end up so well.
Chris Chapman, Anthony, Dave Buckley, they were on this little barge bar called Willie T's, and they were having a good time, and there was a girl on the boat, and she was being dragged onto a dinghy by this drunk sailor.
So there I was on the dinghy dock with a violent skipper that was so drunk that he couldn't even crawl without falling into the water. I was there with no passport, no money. It was pitch black, no other place to stay, and no other safe alternative than to go back to the boat when I would be one-on-one with a violent, abusive, and completely drunk skipper. And then the guys from MaidPro said that, like this, it didn't let me go back on the boat. They were extremely protective, very brave, fought with the skipper, and just took care of me, from the first instant. They took me back to the boat so that I could grab back my luggage, and they took me to their boat, where I could, sleep safely in a safe place overnight.
She stayed with us for 3-4 nights and really became part of the MaidPro family.
I'm really surprised that the company has such an amazing culture and amazing people, because I've employed people before, I've recruited people before. I realized how difficult it is to hire great people that have great moral standards and great hearts and are very smart at the same time. So I definitely would like to congratulate the owners of the company for having that, feel for human beings, that they were able to surround themselves with people of such high quality.
Reconfirmed how amazing the MaidPro community is. I mean, they all really stepped up and helped her out, and it was just great to see.
Amazing company, amazing MaidPro, and amazing people.
I just think that this group is just a very welcoming group all the way around. Whether it's bringing Kamilla in, or a new owner coming in, or even new members of the home office, everyone's very welcoming. So when Kamilla needed help, it was not even a question that we were going to come in and offer a place to stay and make her safe and make her comfortable.
It's just tremendous time, and the relaxation of it all, and just the fellowship of everybody here, the franchisees as well as the corporate folks, has been great, because we interact and just have a great time together.
Ashley and Brandon Smith, and I converted December of 2011. I actually had a previous cleaning service, and MaidPro called me and asked me to convert over to them, so I chose to do that. I was working so much in my business that I wasn't realizing the potential of growth, and when I came and I toured and met everybody, I realized that this could be a really good thing. Tremendous growth. In 2011, I probably had 3 or 4 employees, and now we have 45 employees. So it's been a lot of growth in the 3.5-4 years. I felt like family. From the moment I walked in, I felt like nobody really cared about all the different things that I did in my past. It matters about right now. And they gave me an opportunity that I never imagined.
We're Jenny and Roger Ackley. We have the Smithfield, Rhode Island location. We're a conversion office that has been in business. We converted about almost 3 years ago, and never regretted it. Great people, great environment, great support. Our business wouldn't be where it is without MaidPro. I really like the story of Richard and Mark, and humble beginnings, and how they built the business, and that they're still in it, and they still believe in it, and they're not going anywhere. That they want to just see it continue to grow, and look forward to the next 20 years with them.
with our franchisees, mostly through online communications. That's why their adventure trip has been so special, because we've been able to bond with each other face to face for my first time for a lot of these franchisees and make really great relationships that I hope last a lifetime.
These adventure trips are amazing, they're fun, they're out of the ordinary, but I think the owners, the business owners, get a ton of value out of it just from meeting the other owners and what they get to take that back. They can more easily pick up the phone and call another owner or go visit another owner. Obviously, we're here having fun, but they share business stories and pick up ideas, so it's been not only fun, but I think it's been great for their business when they get back home.